what to do for quantum days 13 to 17 or activation. So if you've been following along, I am teaching you guys how to quantum leap day by day. I do personally think that in order to quantum leap, you have to actually build a new identity. And the best way to do that is through a 30-day activation where you're able to not only learn what you want to quantum leap into and get really specific, but also learn how to really be able to manifest and bring that to life, but through a way where you're getting rid of limiting beliefs and self-doubt and just things like that that might have kept you stuck in the past. So I'm glad you tuned in, and the fact that you tuned in definitely shows that you are super committed to your journey. So we're going to do a little get ready with me, and I'm going to talk to you guys about day 13 to 17. So if you're new here, I do have days 1 to 12 also out there on YouTube. So if you want to pause there, come back, whatever. So, day 13, there are a couple days during this challenge where we are going to be dressing up and showing up as our future self. And this is what I call a future self day. So, during this day, you are trying to make as many decisions as your future self, show up as much like your future self as you can. Does this mean you're going to be able to do it 100%? Probably not. But does this mean that you can, as you make decisions, think, okay, wait, before I make this decision, what decision would my higher self make? And use that as a guidepost or wait, situation that I'm in right now and the life I'm trying to build, how would the version of me that already has that life show up in this situation? And I think for me, a lot of this also involves not showing up for certain things, right? And knowing that, like, okay, yeah, that may have been something that would have served me in the past, but it's not really something that serves this version of me. So, a couple ways you could do this. You could do dopamine dressing, you could do romanticizing your coffee, you could meditate, or you could use the code NR42 that we worked with a few days back. That's a great way to bring in this future self energy is to put in that code and then just visualize what your future self looks like day to day because one of the fastest ways to manifest is to actually manifest in the quantum, which sounds really complex, but really, it's just being able to visualize that version of self. Because when you're visualizing that version of self, you are in the energy of that version of self. And that's the fastest way to bring it in. I see love from India. Hello. Thanks so much. Glad you're here. We are talking about learning how to quantum leap. So for day 14 is a pretty easy day. We are doing a reflection day. So at this point, you've done 13 different activations to get in the process of quantum leaping. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take a day to reflect. I personally love to go out in nature, just sit down, maybe journal about what's gone good, and then I also love to be able to just kind of have gratitude for how far I've come. What's going to be really important this day is you cannot be like, oh, this is how far I have to go. This is a day where you're acknowledging how far you've come, not how far you have left to go. So that's really important for day 14. Day 15, we're doing one thing to uplevel our environment. So if you are somebody who you want to be a content creator, what do you need to level up in your environment to make you feel confident doing that? If you are going to be a runner, what do you need to uplevel in your environment to have the things you need to be able to show up in that runner identity? If you're showing up as a business owner, what do you need around your house or in your car to be able to show up as that identity? That's what we're thinking about. What would your future self do in terms of how would they keep their car? How would they keep their bedroom? How would they keep their house? Where would they live? That's the energy we're thinking about here. Because the 3D does definitely matter. If you live and it's really cluttered and cramped, like for me personally, I do a morning reset because I work from home a lot and I don't get the house like spotless, but I definitely do a full reset and make sure that everything is clear enough that I feel like I have the space to work. Hello, I see Deep Think 624. Hello, Ren, I see you. Glad to have you guys here. Okay, so day 16, we are doing one thing to lock in that identity shift. So, what I mean by that is we are going to do one thing to now associate with this new identity. And so, if you are going to be a content creator, you're going to say, okay, now today I am a content creator. If you are going to be a runner, you're going to say, okay, yeah, now I identify as somebody who is a runner or somebody who's training to be a runner or whatever, right? Hi, I see Avon21 and I see DeepThink624. Glad you guys are here. I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. I have been doing a lot of stuff around my house lately to just like kind of clear out. And I've also been learning about a little bit of house feng shui. So that's what I've been up to. So day 16. Day 17, this one's a really fun day. So I want you to replace music for one entire day with some sort of affirmations playlist. So I'm gonna give you two recommendations. First, I use the app Stella, and the app Stella, you put in where I'm at now, where I want to be, and then it gives you future self stories that you can listen to every day. You can try that for free for I think like a week and see if it aligns for you. A free option is there's a girl on YouTube. Her name's Lavender, and she does affirmation playlists specifically to help people rebuild their confidence. And normally I put one of those two on while I'm like making my bed, doing my makeup if I'm not chatting with you guys. And that is a big way that like same thing I'll put it on in the car. And being able to have that constant reminder and validation for me really up levels the mindset. Okay, so that is day 17. So that is where I'm actually going to pause. I hope you guys have really been enjoying this Quantum Leap Challenge. I am somebody that I feel like I have lived 15 lives and I feel like I've had to start over a lot as an adult. And actually, this activation really is me putting all the things that have helped me be able to start fresh in a new life into actually condensed plan and being able to show you guys what that looks like. So it's definitely taken me a lot of trial and error and a lot of time to learn all these techniques, but I'm so glad that you guys are here for the journey, and I hope that these are benefiting you guys as well. Couple things I wanted to share with you guys. First thing is there is a Quantum Leap 30-day PDF that's actually like what I'm going off of whenever I'm doing these episodes with you guys. So you can absolutely get that. It has links to tons of other like videos and resources, stuff like that. It's only $27. That's linked in the show notes. Next thing is Hilton Head's coming up, you guys. So, if you don't know, I'm hosting a retreat in Hilton Head, and I would say it is like calling all spiritual mermaids. Like, if you would identify as like a spiritual girly who's definitely a mermaid, I would love to have you at the retreat, meet you if I haven't already met you in person. We're going to be in Hilton Head from September the 11th to September the 14th. It's a Friday to a Monday. Whenever we check in, we're going to do a night on the beach, pizza, sunset, energy healing, and then every day we have various spiritual things and various community building things. I really want whenever you guys leave that you feel like you were able to leave a lot behind. And I also really want you guys to be able to step into a space where you feel like, okay, now I also have a new community. A big thing that I hear from people that I work with is I don't know how to find my tribe. I don't know how to find my people. I don't know how to be in the space where my people are going to be. And if you are into bettering yourself, meditation, energy work, this is definitely going to be the space for you. There are a lot of people that are going to be there that are very, I would say, spiritually curious and or on their own spiritual journey. So there's just going to be a really fun mix of people there. It's going to be really great. And then of course you'll also have that, connection if you're somebody who's looking for spiritual community. Whenever I was sort of transitioning out of, an old life into this one, I met quite a few friends on a spiritual retreat that I'm still friends with to this day. And that is very much what I want to curate for you guys. We're definitely going deep and doing the inner work, but we're also trying to find our tribe and connect with our people and have a safe space. So I really love that I'm getting able to do things like this and be able to create more community-centered events. I especially think now just with how disconnected the world is, it's more important than ever to get together with your people. So, one night we are going to do a meditation on the beach. One night we're going to do energy healing on the beach. We're going to do a journaling and oracle card circle on the beach. We're going to do mermaid night one night. We're going to do friendship bracelets at some point. So, a lot of really good spiritual work, but also really good just community building time that we're going to be doing there. That's all in my link tree if you guys want to learn more. So that is what I've got going on. I would love to meet you guys. If you guys have any questions, you can absolutely DM me. There's two options for that. There is a single person option if you want your own room, and then there is an option if you want to share with somebody. If you do want to share with somebody, you just have to let me know who you're sharing with so that can kind of be done together. So that is what I've got going on. I definitely want to do more retreats in the future. I definitely next year, I'm thinking early next year, want to do Thailand as a retreat. Thailand has a ton of really cool spiritual spaces. There's also a ton of really cool water activities you can do. I personally love to snorkel, and one thing that I'm trying to learn how to do this year or get the courage to do is scuba diving. And I love to snorkel, but I've never had the courage to do scuba diving. So this year I'm trying to do that. And so, definitely want to include things like that in the Thailand retreat to come. So that's what I've got going on. Thank you guys for tuning in. I will see you on the next live and make sure you're following along with the reels to see what to do day by day for your quantum leap activation. Okay, bye.